Tech Tales 49, today June 5th on a Saturday morning, 6:28 a.m. And I'm reading time slips from about 2 weeks ago on a daily basis. These are published about 8 a.m. Well, at 8 a.m. each morning. So this one from Friday the 21st of May for client, the apartment building Delta. 6:40 a.m. to 6:50 a.m. for Alpha in the office. Connected remote fixed scans folder access. So this implies the day before she would have informed me that she can't access her scans folder. I didn't put the detail in this time slip, but I've been trying to put a little more detail in time slips so that I can elaborate on them here. So this would have been a scans folder access for a copy machine in the office. And two ways that I think this would have happened is either the shortcut that's on the desktop was accidentally deleted, in which case it's just browse to the IP address for that server and then Control-Shift-Drag the scans folder that's on the hard drive of the copy machine to the desktop. But I think this one was probably either that Windows reset the network type from private to public, so that's just a matter of changing it back, or more likely in this instance, since it took 10 minutes, those other options would have been quicker, frankly. 10 minutes was more likely the SMB client, where you go into the application wizard. Well, I call it that. It's add remove programs, and then in the upper right corner there's add or remove Windows features, worded something like that. And then scroll down to the SMB section. And in this case, she would have needed the client because she would be connecting to the hard drive of that copy machine to access those files. Windows updates automatically disables SMB from time to time when Windows updates occurs, because SMB is an obsolete protocol and less secure, but this office is secure from the outside environment, so we're not worried about that. Next time slip, also on Friday, 11 minutes. Oh, I'm increasing in my time charges here, aren't I? First one 10 minutes, next one 11 minutes. 8:45 a.m. to 8:56 a.m. And this is the law office pop-up. For Foxtrot, advised by phone, user profile data not recoverable. Determined Edge and Google Chrome browsers do not contain saved favorites or credentials. Advised Foxtrot to plan recovery of lost content and how to protect content by storing on W or X drives. So this is the computer I referred to that he had ran a Windows update overnight. It failed. It was a security update. It was not a feature update. And System Restore failed to recover it. I brought the computer back in here, just did a very cursory examination of it. It was an older model computer, and it was time to just replace it anyway. So I really didn't put much effort into recovering anything from the computer, and I discussed this with him, and the way I worded it, advised by phone, user profile data not recoverable. It might have been recoverable, but it just wasn't worth doing if we didn't need to, because they store all of their data on the network, on the file server, W and X drives, or they're supposed to. So this conversation was about, what do you store on your desktop that's not on the WX drives? And so we had a little conversation about that. There were a few things. They were minor. They were easy to recreate. I had a conversation with him, reminding him that things that are stored on your desktop do not get backed up. And I think I even told him that I could possibly get that. And now, since this office uses Microsoft 365, we could turn on OneDrive for any computer that wants it or requests it. I don't do that automatically in this office because there is a training element, because Microsoft Word and Excel are going to operate differently if we're backing up the documents folder. And I don't want to back up both of those programs default to the W and X drives anyway. So really all we'd be interested in backing up is the desktop, if anything. I guess we could, but still it's better for them to not store important stuff on the desktop. Even what I'd rather them do is they all have their own folders on the server. Store that content there and then create a shortcut on the desktop. That's just a much better way to do it. So I discussed with him Microsoft Edge and Google Chrome, concerned about saved favorites or credentials. There was a little bit there, but he wasn't worried about it. And yeah, okay, so that's why I advised Foxtrot to plan recovery of lost content and how to protect. So that covers it. Then the next one, also on Friday, 23 minutes for the law office. Bravo. 10:10 a.m. to 10:33 a.m. for Juliet. Researched subject and sent reply regarding iPad purchase options. She sent, I don't think my client is listening to these videos. He would have mentioned it. Okay, so I'll go ahead and talk about it. Juliet has her own law office, partnering with another attorney, and her husband is the law office papa, where he's partnered with a few attorneys. And she sent me an email saying that she wants to surprise him with a new iPad. She wants to buy him a new iPad. She wants to order it through me. And I sent an email back saying that really the best way for you to purchase that is to go into the Apple store, and I kind of suggested how she might go about surprising him, somehow getting him into the store and in the area in the mall and in the area of the store, and say, I want to buy a new iPad right now. Let's go. I don't know if that's the way she's going to do it. But anyway, she responded saying, yeah, she liked the idea and understood. I'm not enough of an expert in iPads to be able to select what is the appropriate iPad choice, and I need to find out what does he use it for. I think there's probably a few different models of iPads. And I said, you really ought to let him be involved in selecting that, and interacting with the salesperson in the store is going to be the most successful way to do it, to be sure that he's happy with the choice. And she responded that, yeah, she thought that was a wise idea. So then the next time slip, and I was hesitating at the beginning of this because I thought, I don't want to spoil the surprise. And that was going to be for his birthday. That might have already occurred, I'm not sure. But anyway, moving on. Saturday, May 22nd, an hour and 48 minutes for the law office papa, 8:47 to 10:35 a.m. for Foxtrot. Began in-office and at-desk installation checklists. Then for November in that office, while I was there, moved computer back to desk from Foxtrot's desk, reconnected and tested. So when I picked up Foxtrot's computer to do the lab work on it, he immediately grabbed the computer off of November's desk, and so he could use it at his desk. November was out of the office for an extended period of time studying for the bar exam. This office by my observation, has been tremendously supportive of helping and supporting their employees going through law school and then getting their law degree and passing the bar. And it's my impression that people come to work for them not knowing that they're going to wind up becoming a full-fledged attorney. And I've seen several people do that in this office. And then let's do one more, also on Saturday, 6 minutes for Law Office Papa, 11:25 a.m. to 11:31 a.m. for Mike in that office. Fixed printing from office logged me into home printer. So she often connects from her home computer to her office computer, needs to be able to print from the software in the office to the printer that's attached to her home computer. And this is one where I wish I would have put more detail in here, because there was something that there's a few types of things that typically go wrong with that. And this time was a little different. Okay, we had recently purchased a new printer for her and installed it at her home. And then when she connects to the office computer through LogMeIn, it should pick up the default printer and print to that on her home printer. Oh, I remember what it was. The office, all the settings are correct. I went through all the possible choices of settings. And then I noticed there was another anomaly. I would click on something and it wouldn't respond. I don't remember what it was. And I said, well, let's restart your office computer. Restart the office computer and boom, the printing worked just fine. Back to the old lesson. Any symptom that comes up, first thing you ought to try doing before spending a lot of time with it is restart the computer. Now, I only spent 6 minutes on this, so I didn't really lose any time of significance before realizing that's what's needed. As a matter of fact, now that I think of it, it might have had that orange dot down in the system tray, which indicates the computer needs to be restarted to install updates. That's probably what happened. Again, I've been trying to put in more detail on these time slips so that I can elaborate on them better during Tech Tales. All right, so that'll do it for this session. I hope that was useful. Have a great day. Catch you later. Goodbye.